Hello, everyone. Roger and Lou here. Welcome to our homes. Today, we'd like to talk about issues or opportunities. Is it really within our perspective? I am Lou Urban. I'm a transformational coach and energy worker. I concentrate in my energy work primarily on removing people's energy blockages. And my co-host is.
Hi, I'm Roger Dawson. I'm a law of attraction life coach and a hypnotherapist and do some energy work as well. And oh my, what a topic for discussion this evening. So much energy swirling around tonight.
Yes, absolutely. So, as we were talking about discussing this topic, I think that um, it really is in my opinion, it really is a matter of perspective. You know, we can view things as the things that happen in our lives either as an issue or an opportunity. What do you think about that, Roger?
well, I agree. I'm going to start with it's okay to view it as an issue because you got to live it. You've got to experience it. It's got to create that contrast. You're going to get excited about the boss wrote you up for something that's just god awful ridiculous. But you know, the key is, I think, is driving yourself back to, wait a minute, this is a flippant opportunity to whether to learn from it, to grow from within. But I think it's kind of the thing, is the cup half full or half empty. Technically, it's both,
Yes.
right? So yeah.
Absolutely. Funny you should bring up that example, Roger.
Yeah.
Of the boss writing you up for something, because that did happen to me recently, something that did make a whole lot of sense to me why I was being written up. And out of that, and I did view it as an issue right away. and
Sure.
and yet when I really looked at it, it was an opportunity. It brought out in me the knowledge that the fierceness that I have in what I believe, that's okay. But there was an opportunity for me to maybe temper that with a new filter of curiosity. And so it was an opportunity for me to grow, to better interact with people because of that. And so it went from being an issue to an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I think really the key for me in that was that I was at first asking the question, why is this happening to me? And when I
Mm,
was and when I was able to flip it to, why is this happening for me? That's really when the opportunity was created.
right, right. So true. How did you find that it brought about clarity in the situation that you experienced?
Um, how did I find the clarity about it? Well,
Yeah.
some of it was, when I got over the pity party of why is this happening to me, when I got over the pity party and I opened to the why is it happening for me, there was a whole lot of things that I explored, both internally as well as talking with it with my coaches, with my friends. And through all of those discussions, I found what really resonated for me, where that growth could happen. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense. Yeah. Because, I am going through an experience with my job where we are just um, way understaffed, and stress is extremely high. And I keep thinking, gee, what did I do? And, like, which cattail did I step on to create this mad, mad cat? And it occurred to me, I walk every morning, or I'll get on the treadmill. It's usually some type of exercise in the morning, and I'm like, oh, wait a minute here. I was so at my at the end of my rope on a situation. I thought, well, wait a minute, this is a good chance. Two things I did. Good chance to kind of say, oh, gee, I can use all of these modalities that I have, and those that I'm even in training on still, to kind of lead through those situations of talking people off the I'm so frustrated, I'm ready to quit, conversation, to what is going on inside of me that needs some healing. and then be able to actually bring in that light to heal it, and then imagine it kind of like burning, like not like a candle, but like that magic paper. It just kind of puffs into smoke, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's right. Vaporizes that frustrating point, that whatever it is. And that's probably how I made it through the last couple of weeks, just thinking, oh, wait a minute here. So this is just another opportunity to recognize this isn't happening to me, it's happening for me, right? I love that, Lou. That's awesome. And then it's on me to really analyze, look within to determine what has brought this up for me. Because I have stirred so much energy up through the mentorship program, my hypnotherapy class, even starting with the whole QSCA coaching experience that's been going on. Gosh,
Oh,
2.5 years ago.
yeah, yeah. And
So, just interesting things. And then, of course, this week's been kind of special. And why? Because Mother Moon's kind of full. She's starting to shrink a little bit, right? So,
yes.
yeah, so that's my take on this whole situation.
You,
Opportunity or issue?
you bring up an interesting point too, that as we grow, as we become more aware of our higher self, we grow into that higher self. There are sometimes things that come up that are opportunities that will accelerate our growth too. And so I think that's part of what's going on. As people open up more to their own awakening, there is sometimes more things that happen. And so it's even more important to be in that space of, why is this happening for me?
Right. So I certainly have referred to synchronicities quite a bit in our conversation over the last several weeks, months.
Yes.
And I've always referred to them as in positive light. Oh my, that's a little sign from heaven. There are negative synchronicities, and it's that opportunity to learn. Like, hello,
Yes.
you haven't figured this one out yet. Revisit it. It needs more healing.
Yes.
Yeah. So, actually, I will tell you, I probably have been having that negative synchronicity probably since March, because it just had this whole theme around resources.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing, and it presents itself in different ways. And now, it's taking me really, it was Monday morning when I was walking. I'm thinking I was coming back from vacation. Do I want to, oh gosh, talk myself into going in there and do that corporate thing again? And I'm like, wait a minute here. That's kind of the wrong attitude, especially if I'm a creator, and not if I am a creator. And so you better drink your own juice, Roger. And so therefore, I'm like, oh, well, every time I have this, it's a chance for me just to strengthen my skill. And so anyway, so I ought to be really strong.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Everything that happens to us is all in our highest good.
Oh.
And sometimes people are so in that space of viewing the same thing that's happening over and over again as, why is this issue happening over and over again? And you bring up a great point, Roger, that it's coming up because there still is more healing to be done.
I know.
Sometimes, in my energy work, I talk about there's only so much that we can clear. It's like layers of an onion.
Oh.
The container that we don't want to break the container. And so we can only grow so much in a certain period of time. So you clear the first layer, and then it comes up again and you can clear another layer. And so it's not that anything is ever going to be resolved by having the issue once. It's an opportunity to grow more as we have more issues or opportunities.
Right. But I just look at how our conversation has evolved into what what I view as deeper content versus when we first started these conversations, right?
Yeah.
So certainly it's I think the awareness factor and a desire to want to learn from the experience, call it opportunity or issue, whatever way you want to look at it. It's the desire to want to learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a whole saying around when you stop learning, that's when you die, or something like that. And it's that seeker in me that I'm going to live. I told you I'm going to live to be 140 years old.
Yes, I love it.
That's my plan. We'll see. I don't want to be a vegetable, but I certainly would be neat to do that. So.
Yeah, and one word stuck out to me in what you just said, and that was the desire. And it really is. I think that's the key of moving people from issue to opportunity, is having that desire to learn, that desire to grow. And sometimes people will keep on creating the same thing, viewing it as an issue, keep on creating the same thing over and over again because they don't take the opportunity to learn. That's why we're here. We're here to learn and experience. So why would we not take that opportunity to learn from it?
Right. And of course, when we have those issues or an opportunity come up, it just means we've deviated from joy and love, right?
Yeah.
Which is our purpose here. And that's the little friendly reminder from above that kind of should allow us to, course correct, of course, with the awareness of it. So.
Yes, I fully agree with you. Yeah.
It's been an energy wacko day, so you'll have to forgive us. Lou and I are just having, it's been great. Always good conversation.
Bouncing off the walls today. There was one other thing that I wanted to say about issues and opportunities, and that is really the person's orientation towards that. Let me say that in a different way. Some people look at issues as a very negative thing. Some people look at them as a positive thing. So it also depends on a person's orientation towards, this issue. Is this something that is really bad? Are issues always really bad and opportunities are always really good? Well, there can be bad opportunities and good issues too. And so one of the other things people might want to do is check their orientation on what does an issue really mean for you and what does an opportunity really mean for you. The space in which I'm talking about them is that issues typically are perceived as being bad and opportunities as being good. Would you agree with that, Roger?
I would agree as well. And the other thing that really hit me as you were saying that is, whether it be an issue or an opportunity, a question you could ask yourself to kind of maybe get you quickly aligned on it is, what's in this issue? What's in this opportunity for me? Right?
What's the benefit to me? Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no, that's so true.
Anything else you'd like to say on this subject?
No, but I've got a couple of good ideas for future ones that we won't share with the audience.
Stay tuned for upcoming talks. Oh, okay. Well, thanks so much for joining us for this discussion. If you want to know more about Roger, you can certainly reach out to him through his website at rogerkdawson.com. And if you'd like to know more about me, you can go to my website at louurban.com. Thanks again for joining us. Namaste, everyone.
Namaste.